Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Sounded like an album. That sounded like an album.
Yeah, we dropped the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. I talked to 6th grades, they said that shit's a wild one. I chopped some sick grains with money stacks, I piled them. I copped the chick's name, fuck on a V, she like the Al Club. With so much anticipation, you having trouble getting your shit to drop. Constipation, my motivation is smoking on the kingdom. I got that king cushion, make it rain. Kingdom, I cop anything I want in any random settings. I ball with these bucks, bitch, Brandon Jennings. I'm just doing me, and y'all gon' start to wonder why I'm fast like lightning, making noise like thunder. OKC, no basketball team, but fuck around with us, end up in a casket all cremated. This beat was food and I just ate it. Concept, mother suckers, B.B.E the fucking greatest.
Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Sounded like an album. That sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Sounded like an album. That sounded like an album.
Drop the mixtape, jackpot, chip chain. I'm a fly fat boy with my motherfucking wings. I'm Muhammad Ali, bitch, step into my ring. I'm a smooth talking pimp, like the boy Don King. Watch the boy do his thing, and there ain't no competition. They whack, just listen. They shooting star wishing. I'm going to the finals, you and Barkley go fishing. Dwight Howard and this bitch LeBron, come into my lane straight. Addict, I inject Biggie through my veins and spit magic. Them niggas can't stand it, I'm on another planet. Jupiter, David Blaine flow, making whack niggas vanish. That boy rude and his squad so mannish. Redneck flow, lynching rappers dynamic.
Redneck flow, lynching rappers dynamic.
And I'm the baddest man on the planet. So deaf, remove JD from
Janet. Drop the
Janet.
mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Sounded like an album.
It sounded like an album.
Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album.
just can't
Drop
wait.
the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album.
Cause we dropped the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like a classic. Stretched it out to 10 tracks, we grabbed the elastics and had that shit looking like Mr. Fantastic. It's half-assed and half bad kid, cause every fan's an addict. They gotta have it, it's becoming a habit. If something is tragic happens, then it's backwards like staff passwords or a basement attic email flow. Cause you know I'm crazy at it. Yeah, this is hip-hop, it's never gonna flip-flop. Keeping it in tip-top, just wait until we drip-drop. It takes time like a thief with a wristwatch fresh, cause I keep the beats in a ziplock. Who else you know can make a fire beat? The spit on it as live as me. You disagree, you wildin' through your lying teeth. Parking ticket, yeah, it's fine with me. Now find your seat, the show's about to begin. This is B.B.E the Dynasty.
Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Sounded like an album. That sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Sounded like an album. That sounded like an album.